Irving Janis was born in Buffalo, New York in 1918. He studied the morale of military personnel while serving in the research branch of the Army in World War II, while later receiving his doctorate from Columbia University in 1948. Janis joined the faculty of Yale University in 1947 and studied in the psychology department for 40 years. He was also an adjunct professor at the University of California, Berkeley. Janis spent much of his career focused on decision-making and group dynamics. Besides his world-famous theory, he also liked to study habitual acts, such as smoking and dieting. Janis could also be considered a very decorated member of the scientific community. The awards he has accumulated include the Socio-Psychological Prize from the American Association for the Advancement of Science in 1967, the Distinguished Scientific Contribution Award for the American Psychological Association in 1981, and even the Society of Experimental Social Psychology's Distinguished Scientist Award in 1991. His accomplishments were fostered from the countless articles and reports Janis has written throughout the years. Janis has also worked with the psychologist Carl Hovland, a co-faculty member of Janis from Yale University, on the theories of attitude and persuasion. The first of the 8 symptoms of groupthink is the illusion of invulnerability, a belief that the group can simply not fail, often while taking huge risks which compromise clear, thoughtful, and analytical thinking.
Sir, North Korea is at it again. They continually taunt our allies in Japan with their missile testing and threats to Guam. We are the greatest country in the world, and our military is the strongest in the world. No one can compare to the superpower of the United States of America.
There's no need to discuss things because my IQ is so high, I just say we nuke them and get it over with.
Secondly, there is collective rationalization, which is the tendency of a group to disregard warnings and decisions being made in the name of agreement by all people involved.
My people tell me that we've got higher approval ratings than any other president of the United States. These warnings from those Koreans, or is it China? Korea? What? Who cares? Okay? We gotta nuke them. Let's do it in a big, huge way. Can we all agree?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
There is a belief that whatever the group decides and does, it will be right, as they all know the difference between right and wrong.
Think of all the people that we'd be liberating. We'd be heroes.
That survived the nuking anyway.
We know right from wrong. This is the right thing to do.
Direct pressure on dissenters is an attempt to forcefully persuade any member of the group that has a valid argument against the group's decision. They are told to go with the flow or to be quiet.
Did you watch CNN last night? They keep saying not all North Koreans are bad. They don't want war.
Wrong. Fake news. You see on the Twitter, I gotta tweet this out right now.
North Koreans aren't even very educated. I mean, everyone is starving anyway, so we should just stick with our great leader's plan and put them out of their misery.
This just doesn't feel right. Nuking North Korea could potentially send us into nuclear war. No one wants that. I really feel like we should look at the statistics about this before we rush into anything.
You're being ridiculous.
Let me tell you, I am the smartest person in the world. There's no one smarter than me. I'm the president. I'm smarter than anyone in China, anyone in Japan, and anyone in South Korea. Wait, is it North Korea or is it South Korea? It doesn't matter, we'll nuke them both. But let me tell you.
Well, I just think that we should take a step back.
You're fired.
The group contains self-appointed members who protect the group from conflicting opinions from the outside. These members protect the group and its leader from information that might be problematic to the group's cohesiveness.
Forget that girl was even here, sir. She was a loser. Let's get back to this nuking business.
In some instances, an individual will not express their dissent, even if the rest of the group disagrees with the overall decision. This individual takes on the act of self-censorship. In some cases, self-censorship is enforced by the group, with the group deciding on the punishments.
I feel like I should speak up.
What now?
Nothing, Mr. President.
Illusions of unanimity is when the group assumes a member agrees with the group's decision without hearing them actually say anything.
So that's it then. Do we need to have
No. Let's just nuke them right now, okay? Someone get me on the phone with the nukes, okay?
GroupThink is a silent killer. It invades groups without their knowledge of it happening. Groups are successful when group members bring varied ideas, collective knowledge, and are focused while working together. Groups give advantages to both individuals and businesses as they are valuable because members are able to learn new skills, get feedback from others, and recognize their own strengths and weaknesses, and are able to accomplish tasks that individuals cannot do on their own. GroupThink can twist these advantages of group work to lead to bad decisions being made. Luckily, Janis's prescription for avoiding and preventing groupthink is surprisingly simple, as he outlines in 9 key remedies. The leader needs to tell all the group members to critically evaluate all decisions, including decisions made by the leader, who need to accept all criticism of his decisions in order to keep the group members from saying what they think he wants to hear. The leader needs to remain unbiased as much as possible and keep all preferences of how and what they would like the outcome to be to himself. Because of this, the introduction of the topic and task at hand of the group should be limited to a statement about the problem, its parameters, and the available resources. This allows the group to open up all ideas and treat them equally. The group should regularly have separate groups to see if they can come up with similar ideas under different leadership, or if they can break their group up into several subgroups and see if they come up with separate solutions. Every meeting should have an expert on the topic from outside the group giving advice, as well as a member of the group playing devil's advocate. The negative, potentially disastrous effects of groupthink are prevalent in situations with highly cohesive groups, such as politics, the military, and the business world. These effects include blind commitments to practices that have worked in the past, and overconfidence in the group's decisions. By being aware of the dangers of groupthink and following the steps that Irving Janis and other researchers have developed over the years, groups can work effectively and without fearing the effects of groupthink.
Welcome, my trusted advisors. Let us get today's meeting started.
North Korea is continuing their missile testing. How should we proceed?
Let's take our time on this, and let's evaluate our decisions. I'd like to hear all the decisions. You guys have some great ideas. We need to hear everyone's input. And remember that we need to be open to criticism.
Well, since I'm your favorite, I think we should...
Not today, my little pet. I'm completely remaining unbiased, unjudgmental, unbiased on this delicate situation.
Let's go ahead and split up to consult with our subcommittees so we can analyze all the data. Mattis, did you call in your specialties?
I sure did.
Fantastic work, team. Let's reconvene in a week at Mar-a-Lago to go over everyone's solutions to find the best, most peaceful way to settle this.